We are back at the airport to pick up our rental car for our little trip that's coming up. We just loaded up the car to the brim and we are ready to go on our trip here in Poland. We are heading south to Zakopane. Okay, are you ready, Marina?
Yes.
First road trip. Mom, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Nicole is ready.
Nicole is ready, Mosi is ready, everybody is ready. All right, let's go. We got 5 hours to drive. Quick rest stop. We're about a little bit less than halfway over to Zakopane and we just stopped by. There's Marina here.
Hi.
We just stopped by quick rest area here. There's my mom with the baby and it's a nice little area here. And we are near Kielce. Very close to Kielce here. Almost there. So still 3.5 hours to Zakopane. Nice day today, 23 degrees right now, beautiful day. So it's gonna be nice to just chill, take a breather, and then hopefully make it all the way down there in one shot. But we're probably gonna stop again somewhere down the road. Pit stop number 2 and we are about hour and 45 minutes from Zakopane. We're somewhere just outside of Krakow or maybe in Krakow in the southern part, and we're gonna be here for 10 minutes and then continue, and then that's it. No more pit stops after this. Finally arrived to Zakopane, looking for our place, and super tired. Long drive. We're just gonna get the keys. Everybody's tired, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. We are currently in Zakopane, and what a beautiful place this is. It looks like we are surrounded by mountains. It's great weather. It's a little chilly. It's like 19-18 degrees or something. A little chilly, but very beautiful, very scenic. And we are currently trying to find the center of the city. I believe we're about maybe 10 minutes away walking, and we're gonna be just there in a second. Take a look at the stream right here. Beautiful. There's Marina, there's my mom, and we are heading that way, and we should be able to find the center in just a little bit, just up there. And look how scenic it is. Absolutely gorgeous. And the first thing you notice is just how green it is, right? And lots of trees and lots of greenery, right? Bushes, trees, everything is green, everything is just beautiful. And obviously the houses, right? If you look at the houses here, completely different style. Completely different style, obviously, than Warsaw, than anything else that I've seen so far. You know, the northern coast, Gdansk, cities like that, different style. You got this A-shaped roof, right? You got this triangle-shaped roof mostly in the houses. And even plenty of wooden houses. So you have a wooden house down there. We've seen lots of wooden houses, just like this one, very common. So it looks like this one is for rent, 118 square meters. and what looks to be lots of also tourists, and lots of people came by. Mostly I think they're locals, so maybe from other parts of Poland. They're visiting this region. And Mom is definitely soaking in the atmosphere. What do you think, Mom? You like it?
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
That is very true. That it is. And look at that field over there. You got this field. I think there are some people having a picnic over there. Same thing on the other side. And we are going towards the center. Should be there fairly soon. And here we are in the main street here in Zakopane. This is the main kind of the place to be. And there's so many people here, lots and lots of people. Look at this. Everybody's here. People are eating, chilling, hanging out. It's a party here. Lots and lots of things are happening. And now we're gonna try the cheese. The grilled cheese, look at that, it's right here. We're gonna see what it's like. My mom is excited. Marina is excited. Everybody's excited.
Два сира та фербата 3 рази. 3 по 2. 3 фербата та 3 по 2 сира.
How is it? Is it good?
Very tasty.
Recommended? Recommended?
A little smoked cheese with jam,
Cranberry sauce.
cranberry sauce, cranberry jam.
Cranberry jam. Alright, so smacznego. So we are wandering around the city Zakopane, lots of people, lots of restaurants, and I can't help but say it's a completely different feel than Warsaw, and I know it's true. I know a lot of people have been telling me this before, you know, go leave Warsaw, see other places, check them out. And it's very like kind of like very more kind of down to earth, very kind of less rushed than Warsaw, right? Because Warsaw is the capital, it's a big city. Here is just more chill, people are just easier, you know, it's a different atmosphere here for sure. And so it's kind of opening my eyes, right? Like how different things are. And one of these days we're gonna go to Krakow and see what Krakow is like finally. After 6 months or 5 to 6 months here in Poland, we're finally gonna make the trip up to Krakow. And I think one of these days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, I'm gonna go and see what Krakow is like, because it's nearby. But right now, I'm loving it. I mean, I still love Warsaw. Warsaw is Warsaw, but here it's just completely different atmosphere. Just people just chilling. Awesome. It's an awesome place. Awesome region. Just picturesque, beautiful. So far, have been having a really good time here for sure. And here we stumbled on this park. We're gonna be going through this park, and look how gorgeous this is. I mean, this place is like one big postcard. Look at this. It's freshly cut grass. So there's that's the grass smell. And you got the mountains. Look at those majestic mountains on one side. And then you have like various hills and also some mountains on the other side. So it's absolutely insane. Hey guys, check out those balconies over there. I mean, that's awesome, right? Look how long these balconies are. And obviously they're divided, but I just wanted to point that out because I haven't seen such beautiful balconies in a while. And those look awesome with the flowers and everything. So thumbs up for that to Zakopane, for beautiful balconies, man. It definitely came through. Definitely did it. And look what Mom found. Poppy flowers, right? What is it called?
Да, poppy.
Poppy flowers. It's called mak. In Russian, I think in Polish it's also called mak. And my mom is in love. My mom is in love with mak flowers. And that right there is probably the coolest view. You can see the mountain, the side of the face of the mountain, and you got the stream coming from there. Absolutely gorgeous. The views are amazing. So today we are taking a little trip to a town called Cheshin. And that's a city near the Czech Republic border. So there's a town in Poland, and there's the other half of this town, or another town in the Czech Republic. So that's going to be interesting to see. A little bit of a road trip with the family, exploring the area, exploring the region. And actually, this is a town I wanted to check out for a while now. So very, very much excited to check it out. Alright, so we just arrived to Szczecin, the city near the Czech border. I always wanted to visit the city because I love cities that are near another country, right? So supposedly there's Szczecin here in Poland, and then there's another name for the city that's in the Czech Republic. So it would be cool just to walk around, see what it's like, and also check out the city as a whole, you know, just see what the city is like all in all. So looking forward very much to it. It was a rather long drive, but we're happy we're here. Here we are in Szczecin. This is looks to be the main street here, the main kind of pedestrian street that eventually leads to a bridge. And I believe if you go to the bridge, you can cross it and you're gonna be in another country. And this kind of goes parallel to the river, and the river is what separates Czech Republic from Poland, and the river is somewhere over there. And looks like a nice place actually, a very beautiful city, very gorgeous. Definitely was worth the ride. And so maybe we'll have lunch here in Poland, and then maybe we'll have dessert in Czech Republic. I always wanted to do that. Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna work out. And that bridge there is where Poland ends and Czech Republic begins. That is the international border. Of course, there are no border controls because this is all Schengen zone, this is all EU. But there you have it. I haven't been to Czech Republic in ages. I think it's been 10, 11 years. Yeah, 11 years, and so I'm back. If not for a few hours at least. There's the river, that's kind of like the border, divides the two countries. And there you go, Česká republika. There you go. I wanted to visit this city for a while, and there it is. Look at that, there's the flag. And now I am in Czech Republic. How cool is that? Now we are, and there's Marina, there's my mom. Now we are all in Czech Republic. I wonder if they speak Polish here, or do I need to learn Czech? There it is, Moravskoslezský kraj. That's the region, and it says Český Těšin, and then it says Český Těšin in Polish. And then Czech. And now we are in Czech Republic. I don't know about you guys, but I love cities like this that are like divided. You know, there's one part here, one part there. I wanted to visit this place for a while. Ah, awesome. Definitely worth the ride, the long ride from Zakopane. And now I see all Czech plates here. Lots of Czech plates. Now it's all in Czech here. All we are really seeing is mini markets and places selling alcohol. Liquor stores. Just liquor stores. Lots of liquor stores. So completely different feel. Maybe we haven't actually entered the main part, but so far it doesn't look as scenic as the city on the Polish side, as Szczecin. So lots of liquor stores. Maybe liquor is just cheaper here. Maybe it's cheaper here and that's why they buy it, they bring it over. Maybe that's how it is. Yeah, so this city on the Czech side, Český Těšin, definitely does not have the same kind of liveliness as the city on the Polish side. But let's go to the main square and see what it's like. Lots of houses here. No balconies, guys. No balconies at all. We got just your typical house. You got some older ones over here. Here we got like a nice street, nice area, but it's so quiet. There's nobody here. But look at this beautiful street here. And here we are, what seems to be the main square, or one of them. People are just chilling, hanging out. Nice buildings. You got the Urząd Miejski. And look, it's in both languages. It's in Polish and Czech. So you got Miejski, Urząd, and then you have Urząd Miejski, Czeszki Chechen, and Czeszki Chechen. Look at that, you have EU flag, Czech flag, and the regional flag over there. Nice building. Big square, and looks like there's a couple of restaurants over there. Let's go see what they're like. But I've always wondered about these kind of border towns, right? Because there are a lot of them, and obviously some are more vibrant than others, right? If you have two cities side by side sharing the border, one city is typically more vibrant, bigger than others, more interesting. And this city is cool. It's cool, but it's nothing like the other city. It's nothing like the city on the Polish side. It's Thursday at 4:30 p.m. and so it's not even a Sunday. It feels like a Sunday for some reason. And the other thing I'm curious about is whether people here are bilingual, meaning they speak Polish and Czech. I would have to say yes, that would be my guess, because typically if somebody's living in a border town, they will probably speak both languages. That is my guess. Let me know what the situation is, because I'm kind of curious if that's true. I mean, take a look at this. There's like nobody here, absolutely nobody. This is another kind of fairly main street. You got some work happening here, big wide sidewalks. You got a coffee shop here. Sobota, Nedele. I understand that. Now I also have heard that for Polish people, Slovak is fairly easy to understand. It's just the accent is different. But then Czech, on the other hand, is it's more difficult to understand. That is what I heard, guys. Let me know if that's the case. But as far as I'm concerned, it's I can understand it, because some words they look more kind of Russian. Some words they are more kind of Ukrainian, kind of closer to Polish. So it's kind of an interesting mix. And what I like about the Czech language is that, well, this is kind of characteristic. It's got a lot of these things. It's got this one, this thing, and then it's got this. I think this is sh. This, I don't know what this is, and then I don't know what this does, but I'm pretty sure this is the sh. This changes from S to sh. You got your lekarna, which we know what that is. Nadražni Dvorkova. Nadražni Dvorkova. The other thing is that they don't really like to stop on the pedestrian sidewalks like in Poland. And that's kind of what we have here. So I don't think there's anything down there. Nothing to see over there. And yeah, it looks like I am in the southern edge of the center. Pretty much nothing else to see there. You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna have a lot of residential areas, kind of sleeping neighborhoods, so-called. So I'm gonna be heading back, because I guess I've kind of seen what I had to see. I'm assuming the only thing that comes to mind to explain it is that Chechen, on the Polish side, it's like a touristy city, right? People come there, they wanna, it's a destination, right? I'm assuming. Whereas this city is just a regular city. It's just a small city in the western, or almost all the way in the edge of the western part of Czech Republic. It's more of a your regular city. That's what I'm assuming. One thing I can tell you, they love their Škodas here. Lots of Škodas. I mean, take a look at this. Škoda Fabia. Oh, this is actually Poland. Škoda Octavia. Suzuki. Škoda Octavia. They love their Škodas here. Here's another Škoda. Škoda Octavia. Škoda Rapid. Well, that was a fun tour. I think I've seen all I really wanted to see, all that I believe I could have seen, I could see. And now I am heading back across the bridge to Poland, to the Polish Czechia. Back in Poland, right about now. How cool is that? I gotta say, that was cool. Good morning from sunny and beautiful Zakopane. And today we're going on a very, very special trip. We are going to Krakow for the first time. We're gonna be making the approximately 2-hour trip to Krakow. We're gonna be spending the day there, checking it out, checking out all the sites. And this is a trip I wanted to make for a long, long time, because as people say, Krakow is supposedly very, very special. So looking very much forward to that and taking you along on the ride. We just made it to Krakow, and I believe we're somewhere in the center, because in front of me you got Galeria Krakowska, and that's somewhere in the center. And so we're gonna be exploring it, this grand city, to see how it really is, to see what it's like. And here we are entering the glorious old town, the Stare Miesto, right here. So from now on, all of this should be the old town. And look at that, it says there, the Square of the Holy Spirit, if I translated that correctly. And here we are, finally made it. I don't know how long I wanted to come here. Here we are in the old town of Krakow. That's Ulica Szpitalna, the hospital street. And here we are in one of the main squares, main areas of the old town. And as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's very grand. Lots of people today on a Monday. It's like 25 degrees, so not too hot, not too cold. 25 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And it looks absolutely incredible. Look at this. Look how gorgeous it looks. Restaurants, people, and there's the main square. Well, I've seen a lot of old towns in my day, and this old town is enormous. It's huge, and it's definitely special. It's beautiful. It's very, it's a very preserved, nicely preserved. And I did not expect it to look like this. I thought it was gonna look like just like any other old town. But this old town is no joke. It's a really, it's grand. It's a grand old town. One of the nicest and, you know, like just real old towns I've seen that I can remember. Right now we are going to a different neighborhood called Kazimierz. And we are going to be trying out some local cuisine, local to this area, and maybe even local to the city, that my mom researched, and she read that this is a very local dish. So that is what we're going to be having, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to checking out a new neighborhood as well, because we just checked out the old town. Now we are walking south towards the river. south out of the old town and towards this neighborhood of Kazimierz. And yeah, gonna be checking that out, looking at the river, seeing what it's like, because you know we want to get the feel for the city. We are kind of on a time limit here. Our time is limited, but still we want to kind of walk around, get the feel for the city, see what it's like, so that we leave the city at least knowing what it's like, knowing something about it. Now we are walking around the neighborhood called Stradom on our way to Kazimierz, which is just over there at the end. Nice neighborhood. Reminds me a little bit of Lvov. Very similar, but obviously not as grand. It's like a smaller version, kind of these streets in Lviv, which makes sense because it used to be a Polish city, obviously. So it has that style to it. Obviously this is much grander, cleaner, bigger, and all that. But Lviv in Ukraine, it's pretty much the only, you know, European type city. Here we are in Kazimierz, which looks like actually a cool neighborhood. Look at this. Very unique, very different, very old, but very cool. Nice neighborhood. I would love to explore more kind of these kinds of neighborhoods outside the city center, obviously, because this looks like a really cool neighborhood. We're gonna be exploring it more, but so far I really like it. I love the sidewalks here. Not much in terms of balconies, but still. My mom is laughing. There you go. My mom knows the thing with balconies, right? How big it is. But that might be a Warsaw only thing. But you never know. Only in Warsaw. No, only in Warsaw they have these modern balconies. But here, really cool neighborhood. Much more chill than obviously the old town. And the best part is not that many people, because before in the other neighborhoods it was just a ton of people everywhere. And this neighborhood is awesome. It's got this something unique about it, right? Like it's got old with kind of modern. It's a cool neighborhood, right? Look at this. They got these little shops here, these boutiques. What do they got over there? Mr. Broda sandwich bar. They got these little shops, pastrami and roast beef. Look at that. Oh, I love pastrami.
Like Second Avenue.
Deli. Second Avenue Deli in Manhattan. On Second Ave. On Second Ave. We need to try. Maybe if they have if the restaurant we go into, they're gonna have small portions, we're gonna come back for some seconds. Try something else, right? Look at this. Look at that. They got these little squares there. This is a cool neighborhood. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me a little bit of Podol in Kiev. Podol, also an old neighborhood in Kiev, and very similar. Of course, this is different, but if you compare it, very, very similar. We stopped by this restaurant called Po Krakowsku, and we're gonna be having this meal right here. Placki ziemniaczane z gulashem. That's what we're gonna be having right here. That's what my mom wants to have. And then maybe we'll have one of these soups here. Grzybova. That looks good to me. Wazankami. Maybe we'll have this soup right here. Looks good. Looks really, really good. All right, so I got my mushroom soup right here. So we got our main courses. They didn't have the one we wanted with goulash, but we got the second one, which is similar. And this is potato, kind of potato, latkes, sliced potato, fried with a sauce on top. So, bon appetit to everyone. So we just had our lunch. It was absolutely delicious. It was very good. Did you like your lunch?
Yes, yes.
All right, so mom had her lunch, I had my lunch, and now we are continuing the walking tour. We're going south towards the river, and I think across on the other side there's gonna be also a good neighborhood. So we're gonna check that out. So we're just kind of walking around, looking at different neighborhoods. But I gotta say, this neighborhood right here is awesome. This is a really nice neighborhood. Like, I really, really love it. It's so cool. Lots of restaurants, coffee shops. Very, very walkable. Just easy neighborhood. Just very comfortable neighborhood. This Kazimierz. So we're gonna see if we can discover maybe a couple of more neighborhoods while we can and see what they're like. Here's the river we had in mind. And look at this. Look how gorgeous this river is. It's like in Paris or something. Look at this beautiful river. So we're gonna go across the river on the bridge and see what the situation is on the other side. And take a look at this interesting bridge. It's got some things, some sculptures hanging here off the top. Very unique. And look how beautiful it looks. Look at that. Incredible. And I like that the river is so wide here, you know, it's not narrow, it's fairly wide. Looks amazing. So we just crossed the bridge and we're in this new neighborhood, and check how cute these little coffee shops. It's like in Italy. It's like in Italy, right? Beautiful. Look at this. I've never seen that in Poland so far. These little coffee shop, a restaurant actually, a full-blown restaurant here. So cool underneath there. So let's keep going. Let's see what it's like. There's not just one restaurant. There's a couple of restaurants on kind of this lower level, if you will, under the bridge, kind of, but not really. Kind of on the side. Looks awesome. And then you got more restaurants over there. You got a cathedral over there. Look how cool this neighborhood is. This neighborhood. I don't even know what this neighborhood is called. And you got this place here. Look how cool it is. Look at that. Beautiful neighborhood. You got an ice cream place over there. Huh?
Monkey business.
Monkey business? Monkey business. You got lode,
Gelato.
gelato, ice cream. Look at this. Cool neighborhood, right? You got a big cathedral over there. See that cathedral? Yeah, Krakow is special. It is definitely a special city. This city is gorgeous. Let's take that bridge back to the center. Gorgeous views, gorgeous river. Look at this. And now we are back in Kazimierz, and we are walking around this really interesting street. Look at this. Look at this street. Really nice shops, nice restaurants here. Really unique street, kind of a hipsterish something, right? It's got a little of a hipsterish feel. Hipsterish stores, completely different feel from Warsaw. You know, you're not gonna find something like this in Warsaw. That's for sure. Look at this. Coffee shops here. Art factory, yeah, definitely hipsterish. What do you think about the street here?
Kind of Williamsburg.
Williamsburg, yeah. Williamsburg is a hipsterish kind of neighborhood in Brooklyn. Very, very similar. Look at this, all these little stores here, little shops. A very cool street. And we stumbled on it completely randomly. And this right here is also a nice neighborhood, very cool. This is also Kazimierz, but it's in a different area of Kazimierz. They have these little restaurants. Look at this. On these streets, right on these on the sidewalk here, they have restaurants, shops. Very, very cool. All these kind of independent stores. Very beautiful.
Vintage shop.
Vintage shops like this. All right, we're back in the car and we are ready to leave this beautiful city of Krakow. And great city, But I'm gonna have some interesting final thoughts at the end of the video, so definitely watch until the end. So I decided to come and get a haircut to a small city just like 20 kilometers from Zakopane, because all the places there were booked. But I found a place here just a little bit outside of Zakopane, so we're pretty much in the middle of anything. Check this out, nothing is here, no stores, nothing. So I figured it's gonna be an interesting experience. Let's go check it out. This is the haircut that I got by explaining everything in Polish that I could, catching all the little words. So it's definitely getting there. It's definitely getting there with the language. Not too bad. Not too bad, I would say. Alright, back in Warsaw, unloaded all the luggage, brought everything back, had a bite to eat, refreshed, rested for a bit, and now I want to share with you some final thoughts about the trip, this big trip that we had. So the first thing I want to say is that the general thing when it comes to infrastructure, traveling around Poland, I gotta say the roads are insanely good, really, really good. Probably even better in some parts than US roads. So really, really good roads. Lots of rest stations, gas stations. So the general feel makes traveling really pleasant, right? Because you don't have to worry about, are the roads gonna be good? Is it gonna be easy to travel? Really, really nice. And obviously this is something you can't take for granted, because in Eastern Europe this is something you have to worry about. So that was very, very nice surprise. It was very, very like pleasant to kind of drive around, and that makes exploring the whole country really awesome. Now we covered 3 main cities. We visited, we stayed in 3 main cities. The first is Zakopane. Then we went to Chisin, and then we also went to Krakow. So let's start with Zakopane. Zakopane was awesome. It was my first time there, never been there before. I heard it's like a ski destination, but in the summer, you know, it's a beautiful kind of a mountain town. Great scenery, mountains, you know, that whole thing. Great restaurants, very friendly people, a little bit different food. They have that cheese called Očipek or Osipek, something like that. Very interesting place. The only thing about Zakopane was there was lots and lots of people, and so I think we went there like right at the high season. And actually, we read somewhere that they're gonna have a some fair or some event from like 18th of August to like 26th of August. So there's going to be even more people. And so it's not a big city. It's not a big town. I think the population is like 30,000 officially. But when we were there, it was just tons and tons of people. It was just crowded with people. But still, it was just awesome. Very, very cool place. Really nice, really recommend it. Something new, something different. The next city I want to talk about is Chisin. And this is a city I wanted to go like for a while, ever since I discovered it, because I really, really love these border cities, right? Not like a city near the border, but like a city where you can cross like by foot and you can be in a different country. I really love those places. And so Chisin is it's in Poland, and on the other side you have Czech Republic, and you have Chechen, something like Český Chechen, something similar. And the big surprise there was that the Polish Chisin is like a cool, historic, beautiful city. And then you go on the other side and it was like these liquor stores and like random little shops and stuff like that. It was different, lots of Škodas on the Czech side and all that. Different feel, cute city, but it was nowhere near of this kind of elegance of the on the Polish side. And then I read afterwards a little bit on the history on these cities, and I discovered that they were one city at some point in time, and the Czech side, the city on the Czech side was like a suburb, or it was like a kind of a residential neighborhood, in fact, of the main city. So that makes sense. If you think about it like that, it makes sense. Because at the end of the day, there was really nothing to do on the Czech side. It was cool to walk. I really enjoyed that. But there was really nothing to do there. Whereas on the Polish side, you know, we had food, we had a bite, we walked around. It was just beautiful, beautiful historic city. So I really love that kind of those border towns. I really enjoyed that. So that was a cool experience. If you're into that, definitely check it out. I think it's worth the trip anyway, because Szczecin is just a cool city. Last but definitely not least, we ended up going to Krakow. And even though we didn't spend a lot of time there, it gave me some time. It gave me a little taste of the city, just to kind of get a feel for it. And I gotta say, like, the first impression that I had was of the old town. And I've been to a lot of these kind of similar cities. I've seen a lot of old towns, but I think in Krakow was the first time where I realized, like, this old town is like, it's so grand, and it's like so livable. It's not only like a tourist attraction, but it's a real kind of like a city within a city. Whereas in a lot of these other cities, you go to the old town and you're like, well, this is cute, but it's not, you know, it's not really livable, right? Whereas in Krakow, it was like, okay, this is a city within a city. Next, we visited a neighborhood called Kazimierz, and it was an awesome neighborhood, right? You're not gonna find a neighborhood like that in Warsaw. It's just unique to that part of the country, to that city, to Krakow. So it was a cool neighborhood. I had a bite to eat there, walked around, went across the bridge from Kazimierz to another neighborhood, like right just south of it. And that was also a great neighborhood, like a cool neighborhood, had a cathedral. And overall, I will say Krakow reminds me of Lviv. Obviously, Lviv is smaller, it's not as clean, it's not as nice, it's not as grand. Krakow is like Lviv's older brother, if you will, or like the big brother of Lviv, you could say that. And so, enjoyed it a lot. Definitely, you know, I gotta say, I gotta spend more time there, right, to get the feel for it. Because it's just, with the short amount of time that we had there, it doesn't do the city justice. It doesn't even come close to doing the city justice, but it's different than what I expected, in a good way. So there's that. So that was our big, I would say, Polish kind of a trip, where we explored a bunch of cities, got a different feel for some of these other areas. And now back in Warsaw, what do I have to say? Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. As I was driving back, I was like, I really missed Warsaw. I really did. I'm so happy to be back. I just, you know, I love Warsaw. I love it for many reasons. I'm happy to be back. And feels good. It feels good to be back. Still got to explore more of the cities, but it really feels good to be back here.